Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to a new season of Living with Phyllis, your urban food show. Today, join me as we pay tribute to Isla Vida. This episode is called Tribute Isla Vida, the last black restaurant in San Francisco. It all begins in my hood on Fillmore Street. Isla Vida, I love, this is my favorite place. This is my safe place that I call home. It's my cheers. Take a look. Isla Vida, oh my goodness, my heart and my soul of the Fillmore community. I loved it. Yes, loved it. This is a tribute. Come take a look at Chef Jay in his philosophy, Matthew in his passion, as they transcend quick counter service and redefine soul food. Yes, this is a tribute. Enjoy. Isla Vida is closed. Take a look. Let's go down memory lane.
Culturally, that represents food or soul food is still pretty minimal, you know. And like, but you can go to Gary Denko and see fried chicken on their menu because, you know, now it's kind of been slightly appropriated. You know, you can go any fine dining spoon. Somebody is trying to make some kind of fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? But are you gonna find it in our community? Are you gonna find it in our neighborhoods that at our price point that feeds us? You know, and that's why we're here, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, and that's what I love to cook is soul food, and you know that's what Isla Vida is. Isla Vida is soul food that that we found trying to follow the footsteps of our ancestors to the Caribbean. You know, I mean, like this is what soul food is in the Caribbean. You see here working, you know, I mean, like the people that live in this community, the people that need to understand and embrace their own culture, and you know, and for me to be able to be a part of that and represent that is what I live for. You know, that was for me. That was like the ancestors speaking to me and letting me know that like there's more to it than what I had already known or suspected to know in terms of what soul food is. Afro-Caribbean is soul food, and to start to wonder, like, wait a minute, why is there Scotch bonnet and cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice and all these flavors in this profile? Why is that in this food? Where did it come from? How did black people from West Africa get Asian spices into their food? A lot of people come here and they, you know, have no idea, zero idea what even is a plantain. You know, what is a tostones? What is a maduros? You know, and like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, for me, that was like, you know, discovering that and falling in love with that and seeing how that was a huge staple in a lot of different ways was amazing. The root of everything that we are culturally, from a culinary standpoint, was born and birthed on the farm. And as an African American, looking for the root of what is soul food, you're quickly confronted with the fact that there are almost no more African American farmers. And Farmer Brown was named to pay homage to what we felt like was the source and the root of our soul food in general, culture in general, which was the African American farm, the homestead, that family life. But now it's the only thing that makes sense to me. You know, in my opinion, I don't feel like there's anything that's more important than being in touch with your food, knowing where your food comes from, trying to find farms that you can purchase your food from. It's really, really, really challenging and 10 times more challenging for people of color because of where you are in your community across this country. This comes from the guava. There is a little bit of brown sugar, cane sugar in here. This is probably one of our most popular selling items, the Riz. We can't make them fast enough. Keep up with them. We run out of them almost every day.
This is a chicken plate.
That's jerk chicken?
Jerk chicken with tostones, a little bit of mixed greens and pickled vegetables. And then you have ahi sauce in it. San Francisco, California, where I was born and raised. The story starts right here in the heart of the Fillmore District, being born right here in this neighborhood. I was born at Kaiser on Geary. I grew up in Turkwood. I went to school at Marcus Garvey. I went to school at Benjamin Franklin. I went to school at John Swett. Seeing black businesses in the Fillmore District has been since my inception, and watching them go as I grew up has been a part of my inspiration to try to be a part of the revitalization of black business in the Fillmore District. Emphasize the African diaspora of the Caribbean, because the Caribbean would not be anything without it. It would not be nothing, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you do the history about how the first Americans were Africans. Long before the red man, there was the African that brought himself over here thousands of years before a slave ship, you know what I'm saying? And so even the motherland to the Americas, to the Caribbean, which was originally a trade area, just knowing that history, knowing that all of these flavors are passing through long before colonialism. And so for me, it was important to kind of emphasize. That's why it's Afro-Caribbean, not just Caribbean. You know what I'm saying?
Isla Vida forever. But it's the heart. It's kind of a way of being with this wonderful knowledge. And it's actually empowering. As a black woman, it's so empowering to understand where the food and how vast and how broad soul food is. You know, for a long time, you hear soul food, what do you think? Fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and greens, and cornbread, right? Now, of course, he was like, well, yeah, of course. He's from North Carolina, like, of course. But it's bigger than that. Soul food it spans the whole spectrum, culinarily speaking, of the African diaspora. Like the whole spectrum, from the peas and the rice and peas and to the congri. They call that congri. I'm like, I know all the names. It's amazing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Now stay tuned. I will have a full episode of me searching for Isla Vida, where you see all the details and all the mishaps that I do, trying to duplicate what Jay put on that plate every day. Every day things were fresh and just so delicious. You just the Isla. Hey, that's the Isla Vida way. Eat well. Know where your food comes from. What is that? What did Chef Jay say? I challenge you. He said, I challenge you.
I challenge you to find a way to not go to a grocery store. I challenge you
to not go to the grocery store. I challenge you to find your food from sources where you know where it comes from. And so I'm going to take that challenge. I actually can do it. Farmer's market, I can get everything, including my protein, including my chicken. I can get you more, and just know we have a thing now. When I say Isla Vida, you say right on. No, don't say that. But that's cool too. When I say Isla Vida, you know I'm talking fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, on every plate, literally on every plate. So now that's just part of I already have sliced oranges, strawberries. I'm so lucky I live in a place where we have that year-round at the market. Now, mango is something that I've introduced new, and pineapple. So all of that is how Isla Vida, the restaurant, the Afro-Caribbean grill on Fillmore, changed my life. So it lives on, right?